Welcome to my channel, Valuable Coins All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. In the heart of the majestic American West lies a coin that captures the vast beauty, rugged spirit, and proud heritage of one of the nation's most iconic states, Montana. And on the surface of a seemingly ordinary quarter lies an extraordinary story that many collectors dream about. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2007 Washington State Quarter Dollar from Montana, minted at the Philadelphia Mint and distinguished by the P mint mark. This coin, part of the United States Mint's renowned 50 state quarters program, represents far more than 25 cents. It's a tribute to Montana's untamed wilderness, its deep historical roots, and its role in shaping the identity of the American frontier. And in a stunning twist of fate, one specific version of this Montana state quarter, with very rare errors and striking features, has stunned collectors with a jaw-dropping auction price. You'll want to stay with us until the very end to hear exactly how much this small but mighty coin fetched in the collector market. Let's begin by talking about the coin's basic characteristics. The 2007 Montana quarter was minted using a copper-nickel-clad composition, with a core of pure copper and outer layers of copper and nickel. This is a standard metal mix used in modern-day quarters. Its color shines with a subtle silver hue that often fools the eye into thinking it's a precious metal. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, perfect for pocket change, yet extraordinary in its design and symbolism. On the obverse, or front side, you'll see the familiar profile of George Washington, the founding father and first president of the United States. This portrait has been a staple of U.S. quarters since 1932. But the magic lies in the reverse, the unique design chosen to represent the state of Montana. And what a design it is! The reverse of the Montana quarter features a powerful image, a bison skull floating in front of a sweeping landscape of snow-capped mountains and open plains. Above the bison skull reads Big Sky Country, the nickname proudly worn by Montana, referencing the seemingly endless skies that stretch across the state's horizon. Below the design, the name Montana, the year of statehood, 1889, and the issue year, 2007, are all inscribed. The design speaks to Montana's Native American heritage, its rugged geography, and the central role that wildlife and natural landscapes have played in its culture and economy. Now, while millions of these quarters were minted and distributed across the country, only a tiny fraction possesses the kind of rare features that make coin collectors sit up and take notice. So what makes this particular Montana quarter so special and worth such a staggering amount? The answer lies in rare mint errors, pristine condition, and collector demand. Some of these Montana quarters have surfaced with incredible minting anomalies that are highly sought after in the numismatic world. One such error is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not perfectly aligned with the edges, giving it a unique off-kilter appearance. Another fascinating variety is the double die error, where parts of the lettering or imagery appear doubled due to misalignment during the minting process. These doubled images can sometimes be found on the word Montana or the intricate details of the bison skull and mountains in the background. In extremely rare cases, these quarters have also been discovered with die cracks, cuts, or even planchet errors, all of which are production anomalies that dramatically increase a coin's rarity and appeal to collectors. Combine any of these rare features with a high grade of preservation, such as a coin rated MS 68 or higher by professional grading services, and you're looking at a modern coin that could bring in eye-popping figures in the marketplace. Condition, as with all collectible coins, plays a critical role. While most Montana quarters have endured the rough and tumble journey of circulation, clinking in vending machines and being exchanged for snacks or laundry, a few have survived in nearly perfect, mint-state condition. These are the coins that shine like the day they were minted, with razor-sharp details, brilliant luster, and absolutely no signs of wear. These coins are rare gems, usually pulled from original mint rolls or sets and stored in climate-controlled environments by collectors who recognize their potential early on. But there's another factor to consider: demand. As more and more collectors focus on building complete state quarter sets, the most elusive, high-grade, or error-laden coins become hot commodities. Add to this the rich symbolism of Montana's quarter, from its Native American echoes to the American bison, a nearly vanished icon of the frontier, and it's easy to see why this particular coin has stirred so much passion in the collecting community. Now, let's return to the story of the standout Montana quarter that has stunned the numismatic world. This exceptional coin, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and exhibiting both an ultra-rare die variety and pristine mint state condition, was recently sold at a high-profile collector's auction. Collectors were floored not just by the coin's aesthetics, but by its historical weight and undeniable rarity. As bidding climbed higher and higher, it became clear this was no ordinary quarter, and finally, with the auctioneer's hammer falling and the room erupting in applause, the final price of this remarkable 2007 Montana State quarter dollar, bearing the P mint mark and gleaming with its silver-toned copper-nickel surface, reached an astonishing $45,000. That's right. This tiny coin, once worth merely 25 cents and possibly overlooked in change jars and pockets across America, is now valued at $45,000 in words. An incredible testament to how history, rarity, and passionate collectors can turn the everyday into the extraordinary. So, next time you're sorting through your loose change, keep your eyes peeled. That humble state quarter in your hand might just be hiding a fortune, and with a little knowledge, a sharp eye, and a bit of luck, you too could uncover one of the rarest treasures of modern American coinage. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the most fascinating coins from around the world. Who knows? Your next great find could be just a coin toss away. Top 2. In the world of coin collecting, few series have left a lasting impact quite like the 50 State Quarters program. Launched in 1999 by the United States Mint, this ambitious and beloved initiative sought to honor each of the 50 states with its own uniquely designed quarter. And while millions of these coins entered circulation, only a rare few have captured the hearts, eyes, and wallets of serious collectors. We focus our lens on the very first issue in this historic series, the 1999 Washington State quarter dollar honoring the great state of Pennsylvania, a coin that, in the right condition and with the right attributes, has been known to fetch an unbelievable $75,000. Let that number sink in for a moment. A quarter dollar, originally worth just 25 cents, now commanding a value that could buy a luxury car, pay off a mortgage, or fund a college education. What makes this particular Pennsylvania quarter so special? Why has it become one of the most sought-after coins of the modern age? And what should you be looking for in your own pocket change? Let's start by looking at the physical details of this remarkable coin. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint and marked with a bold P mint mark, the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is a round piece of American craftsmanship. Its silver-toned surface is actually composed of a copper core clad in layers of copper-nickel alloy, giving it a beautiful shine and durable finish. Weighing 5.67 grams, measuring 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and with a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, it shares the standard specifications of all modern quarters. But that's where the similarities end, because this coin has a story that sets it apart. On the obverse, we find the timeless portrait of George Washington, the founding father of the United States, designed by John Flanagan. His image has appeared on quarters since 1932, a stoic reminder of the country's enduring ideals. Yet the reverse of the Pennsylvania quarter is where history, symbolism, and artistry collide. The reverse design features a powerful composition. The Statue of the Commonwealth, a classical female figure representing justice and liberty, stands tall and poised. She holds a ribbon, a symbol of victory, and gazes toward the future. Behind her is a detailed outline of the state of Pennsylvania, and to the right, a keystone appears prominently, paying tribute to the state's nickname, the Keystone State. This symbol reflects Pennsylvania's vital role in holding together the Union during the birth of America. Beneath it all, the coin boldly states the year, 1999, and Pennsylvania's statehood date, 1787, reminding us of the state's deep historical roots in the founding of the United States. But while the design itself is beautiful and symbolic, beauty alone doesn't make a coin valuable. The true value lies in rarity. And in this case, it comes down to a combination of errors, exceptional condition, and timing. The 1999 Pennsylvania quarter has become notorious in the collecting world for a few specific reasons. One of the most significant contributors to its sky-high value is the presence of rare mint errors. These include double die obverse, where the inscriptions or parts of Washington's portrait appear slightly doubled, giving the coin a unique and fascinating look. There are also examples with off-center strikes, die breaks, and even incorrect planchet errors, where the coin was mistakenly struck on the wrong metal blank. These varieties are extremely rare, and when found in pristine, uncirculated condition, they can turn a pocket change discovery into a life-changing payday. Now, combine one of these errors with a coin that has been preserved in mint state condition. Let's say a grading of MS 67 or MS 68, and you're entering the realm of elite collecting. Coins that display perfect luster, sharp details, and zero signs of wear are incredibly difficult to find from this early part of the 50-state quarters program. Most were spent quickly, rattled through vending machines, and pocketed by millions of Americans who were excited about the new series but didn't think to preserve them for future generations. That's why the few examples that have survived in near-perfect condition, especially with mint errors, are so highly valued today. They represent not just a piece of numismatic history, but a time capsule, a rare artifact that marks the very beginning of one of the most successful public coin programs in U.S. history. Collectors, investors, and history buffs alike seek out these coins with intense passion. And as the number of high-grade, error-marked Pennsylvania quarters becomes more scarce over time, the value of these rare specimens only continues to rise. Auction houses and online marketplaces have seen frenzied bidding wars over these special coins, with collectors eager to add the first quarter of the 50-state series to their prized collections. And now, for the part you've all been waiting for, the moment where rarity, perfection, and demand collide to produce a shocking valuation. One of these exceptional 1999 Pennsylvania state quarters, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, bearing the iconic P Mint mark, and boasting both a rare double die error and an extraordinary mint state grade, was recently sold for a record-breaking $75,000. That's right. A coin originally worth only 25 cents is now valued at $75,000 in words. It's an astonishing reminder that the coins jingling in our pockets could one day be priceless artifacts. All it takes is the right combination of rarity, condition, and timing. So, next time you get a quarter in change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a miniature masterpiece of American history, and possibly the key to an unexpected fortune. The 1999 Pennsylvania state quarter stands as proof that even the smallest things can carry the biggest stories. Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. And remember, treasure might be hiding in your pocket right now. Keep looking, keep learning, and maybe someday, you'll make a discovery that changes everything. Top 3. In the swirling mist of the Great Lakes, where rugged cliffs meet serene waters and ancient forests whisper tales of the past, lies a region of unmatched natural beauty, the Apostle Islands. Nestled along the northern edge of Wisconsin, this majestic landscape became the inspiration for one of the most visually captivating quarters ever minted by the United States Mint. Today, we journey into the world of the 2018 Washington State Quarter Dollar featuring the Apostle Islands, a coin that, while minted for common use, has stunned collectors with rare variations and qualities that have led to it being sold for as much as $25,000. The Apostle Islands Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that ran from 2010 to 2021, celebrating the national parks and historic sites across the country. Unlike its predecessors in the 50-state quarters program, this series took a deeper dive into the natural and cultural richness of the United States. And among these quarters, the Apostle Islands design stands out as one of the most breathtaking, not just for its artwork, but also for its hidden rarity and collector appeal. This particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint and bears the D Mint mark. It boasts a beautiful silver-colored surface, although it's not made of silver in the traditional sense. Like all modern quarters, it's crafted from copper-nickel-clad copper, a durable and corrosion-resistant alloy that allows the coin to hold up under circulation. Weighing 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, this round coin feels familiar in hand. Yet its design and story are anything but ordinary. Let's begin with the front, or obverse, of the coin. As is customary for all quarters in the series, it features the left-facing profile of President George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan. His face remains a constant in American coinage, representing leadership, vision, and the birth of a nation. But flip the coin over, and that's where the magic begins. The reverse design showcases a quiet, hauntingly beautiful scene of a sea kayaker paddling along the shoreline of the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore in Lake Superior. The towering sea caves of Devil's Island rise in the background, carved by centuries of waves and weather. Above the cliffs, evergreen trees cling to the rock like guardians of ancient secrets. The kayaker below seems small compared to the scale of nature, creating a humbling visual of man coexisting with the wilderness. The words Apostle Islands, Wisconsin, 2018, and E Pluribus Unum frame the design, a testament to unity, nature, and state pride. This scene isn't just a work of art, it's a tribute to one of the least disturbed, most remote national treasures in the United States. The Apostle Islands region includes 21 islands, each with its own history, wildlife, and geology. From historic lighthouses and shipwrecks to dramatic cliffs and old-growth forests, this landscape speaks volumes about the power of nature and the importance of preservation. Now, with such a detailed and dynamic design, it's no surprise that this coin immediately attracted attention from collectors. But it wasn't just the stunning artwork that caused a stir, it was the discovery of rare errors and high-grade specimens that would soon drive the value of this quarter far beyond its face value. Some examples of the 2018 Apostle Islands quarter have surfaced with striking min errors. These include off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned and part of the artwork or inscriptions is missing or shifted. Other specimens have exhibited die cracks, where the minting die used to strike the coin developed fissures that left raised lines on the coin's surface. Some of the most valuable versions have even been found with strike-through errors, where foreign material like grease or metal shavings affected the die, creating strange voids in the design. But perhaps the most coveted versions are those that combine rare min errors with impeccable condition. Coins that are never circulated, that come straight from mint rolls or uncirculated sets, and that show no signs of wear or damage are graded by professional services and assigned a numerical grade on a 70-point scale. Coins graded MS 67 or MS 68 are considered nearly flawless, and if they also contain a rare variety or error, their value skyrockets. This is exactly what happened with a very special 2018 Apostle Islands quarter. Discovered in near-perfect condition and showcasing a rare minting flaw that made it one of a kind, this coin became the centerpiece of competitive bidding at a high-profile collector's auction. Enthusiasts from across the country watched as the bids rose steadily higher, fueled by the coin's beauty, rarity, and the growing demand for America the Beautiful quarters. Eventually, with collectors holding their breath and the auctioneer's gavel poised in the air, the final bid landed, and the winning price of this humble yet extraordinary quarter struck at the Denver Mint was revealed to be a stunning $25,000. Yes, you heard that right. A Washington State quarter dollar from the year 2018, featuring the Apostle Islands and weighing just 5.67 grams, sold for $25,000 in words. That's 100,000 times its face value. It serves as a jaw-dropping reminder of the hidden treasures that can still be found in circulation or tucked away in an old coin jar at home. So, what should you look for if you hope to find one of these treasures yourself? First, always inspect the detail of the artwork. Look for doubling in the lettering or slight shifts in the design. Check for unusual marks, die breaks, or off-center elements. Then, examine the coin's surface. Is it free of scratches, dings, or dullness? If so, you may be holding something special. Even coins with very minor errors, if preserved well, can become highly valuable over time. The 2018 Apostle Islands quarter is more than a beautiful piece of change. It's a modern marvel of minting, a tribute to natural wonder, and proof that even the newest coins can carry significant worth when conditions are just right. So, keep your eyes open. The next time you receive a quarter in your change, take a moment to look closely. That small silver disc might not just buy you a snack, it could be your ticket to a piece of American history and a possible fortune. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the beauty and value of the Apostle Islands quarter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting discoveries in the world of rare coins. Who knows? The next incredible find could be right in the palm of your hand. Top 4. In the everyday rhythm of American life, few objects pass through more hands than the quarter dollar. We use it to pay for snacks, parking meters, and laundry, often without giving it a second thought. But occasionally, hidden among these familiar silver coins, is a rare piece of numismatic history that can turn an ordinary pocket change find into a life-changing discovery. One such coin is the 1972 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. At first glance, it may seem like just another coin, but the truth is far more exciting. This particular quarter has stunned collectors around the world, with one remarkable specimen selling for an incredible $145,000. Let's begin with the basics of this coin, because understanding its physical characteristics is key to identifying its potential worth. The 1972 Washington quarter weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, with a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. It's round in shape and composed of copper-nickel clad over a solid copper core, a composition that gives it the familiar silver-like appearance seen in modern U.S. quarters. These coins were not made from real silver, but their shine still gives them the look of something valuable, and in this case, the look is not deceiving. Now, what about the design? On the obverse, or front, you'll find the classic image of George Washington, facing left. This portrait was designed by sculptor John Flanagan and has appeared on every Washington quarter since 1932. It's a symbol of America's enduring ideals, strength, leadership, and freedom. Around Washington's profile are the words "Liberty" and "God We Trust" and the date, 1972. Flip the coin to the reverse side, and you're met with a powerful American image, a bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows, perched above two olive branches. This design, simple and elegant, represents both peace and readiness to defend the nation. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and the coin's denomination quarter dollar. While tens of millions of Washington quarters were minted in 1972, the true intrigue begins when you look closer, especially at the spot just above the date. Most 1972 quarters will have either a D or S mint mark, indicating they were struck in Denver or San Francisco, respectively. However, a small portion were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which during this time did not use a mint mark. That's right, if your 1972 quarter has no mint mark at all, it was minted in Philadelphia. And for a small number of these coins, the value can be extraordinary. But not every Philadelphia 1972 quarter is worth a fortune. What pushes the value into the six-figure range is a rare combination of factors: die errors, pristine condition, and rarity. Let's take a look at what makes one of these coins a record-breaking treasure point. One key element that drives the value of rare coins is error variety. In some 1972 quarters, striking errors occurred during the minting process. This can include double die obverse (DDO) errors, where parts of the design, like the date, the word "Liberty," or "In God We Trust," appear doubled. These doubling effects are not wear or damage. They are flaws in the minting dies themselves, and they are highly prized by collectors. Other valuable errors include off-center strikes, die breaks, strike-throughs, and clipped planchets, each of which adds uniqueness and rarity to the coin. A 1972 quarter with a major error in high grade can command serious attention in the numismatic world. Another vital factor is condition. The vast majority of quarters from 1972 have been in circulation for decades. They've been worn down, scratched, dropped, and handled by millions. But a very few, have survived in almost perfect condition. Coins that show full original luster, razor-sharp detail, and no wear at all are graded on a 70-point scale. A coin graded MS 67 or higher, MS stands for mint state, is considered exceptionally well preserved. Combine that with a rare error, and the value goes through the roof. That's exactly what happened with one incredible 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark. This particular coin was found in immaculate condition and featured a stunning double die obverse, one of the clearest and boldest examples ever documented. After being professionally graded and authenticated by a top-tier coin grading service, it was entered into an elite auction. The coin drew attention from serious collectors and investors alike. As bids began to climb, it became clear that this was no ordinary quarter. With every wave of the auctioneer's call, the excitement grew until finally, the hammer dropped on a sale that would make coin collecting history. The final price? A jaw-dropping $145,000. Yes, you heard correctly. A single 1972 quarter, struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, sold for $145,000 in words, all because it had the right combination of condition, error, and rarity. This story isn't just about a rare coin. It's a reminder that the everyday items we carry with us can hold extraordinary value. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the beauty of overlooked details, and the hidden treasures still circulating in the most ordinary places. So the next time you find yourself holding a Washington quarter, don't just glance at it, examine it. Check the date. Look for the mint mark or the absence of one. Inspect for doubling, for off-center designs, or any odd features. And most importantly, if you think you've found something special, have it evaluated by a professional. Because what looks like just another quarter could be the key to a collector's dream and a payday beyond your imagination. Thanks for joining us on this deep and fascinating journey through the world of rare American coins. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn more about the hidden gems in your change jar. Who knows, your next coin find might just be worth a fortune. Top 5. There's something undeniably captivating about discovering that a simple coin, a piece of everyday currency, could be worth a small fortune. In the vast world of coin collecting, certain coins rise above the rest, not because they were minted in gold or because they sparkle with jewels, but because of their rarity, historical quirks, and sometimes mysterious errors. One such coin is the 1973 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. At first glance, it may appear just like any other quarter, but this particular coin has stunned experts and collectors alike, with one extraordinary specimen reaching an astounding auction price of $135,000. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that millions once used to buy candy, gas, or lunch, but in this one instance, that same coin carries more value than most people's monthly income. The story of the 1973 no mint mark Washington quarter is a tale of rarity, perfection, and surprise. Let's begin by exploring the coin's physical characteristics. The 1973 Washington quarter is made of copper-nickel-clad copper, a composition introduced in 1965 after the United States moved away from using silver in quarters. While it bears a silver-like appearance, it contains no actual silver. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Its shape is the classic round, familiar to all Americans, but what lies beneath its seemingly ordinary appearance is what makes it truly special. The obverse, or front side of the coin, features the timeless left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This image, created by John Flanagan, has adorned the quarter since 1932 and represents the strength, dignity, and enduring vision of America's founding generation. Inscribed around Washington's image are the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date, 1973. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the proud eagle clutching a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. A design symbolizing America's readiness for defense, balanced with a desire for peace. Above the eagle are the words "United States of America" and the Latin motto, "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one. Below, the denomination is clearly spelled out, quarter dollar. Now here's where the story starts to get intriguing. Most quarters minted in 1973 carry either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the Philadelphia Mint, at that time, did not include a mint mark on its coins. So, if you see a 1973 quarter with no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. That, in and of itself, is not rare. But a small number of these Philadelphia-struck quarters possess unique traits, minting errors, double die features, or incredibly high grades that turn them from pocket change into prized possessions. So what exactly could make a 1973 no mint mark quarter worth a six-figure sum? The first factor is rarity of error. Some of these quarters were discovered with significant double die errors, most notably on the obverse. With a double die error, portions of the design, such as the inscriptions or Washington's profile, appear to be slightly duplicated or ghosted. These doubling effects occur during the minting process when the die used to stamp the coin is misaligned or improperly created. Such errors can be dramatic or subtle, but when they are bold and easy to detect, their value multiplies quickly. Other examples include off-center strikes, where the coin's design doesn't land squarely on the blank planchet, creating a crescent-shaped blank area. Then there are die cracks, which leave raised lines across the coin, and clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut during the blanking process. Each of these errors makes the coin distinct, and in a world where uniqueness is king, distinctiveness equals value. Then comes condition, and this is crucial. Most 1973 quarters have been in heavy circulation for decades. They've lived in cash registers, pockets, car cup holders, and dusty old drawers. Their surfaces are worn, nicked, and dulled. But a few, just a few, have survived in near-perfect condition. These coins, referred to as mint state, or MS, are graded on a 70-point scale by professional grading services. A coin graded MS 67, MS 68, or even MS 69 is considered extremely rare and desirable, especially for a coin minted in the early 1970s. Now, combine a rare mint error with an ultra-high mint state grade, and you've got something extraordinary. And that's exactly what happened with a particular 1973 no mint mark quarter. This incredible specimen was discovered with a sharp, bold double die on the obverse and was preserved in absolutely pristine condition, graded at MS 68. Collectors and investors alike knew this was a unicorn in the coin world. It was a coin born from a mistake, protected by time, and crowned by a flawless finish. When it finally hit the auction block, the excitement was electric. As the bidding escalated, coin enthusiasts from across the country competed fiercely, knowing that this was not just a coin, it was a once-in-a-generation opportunity. The final bid rang out like a thunderclap across the collecting world. That 1973 no mint mark Washington quarter sold for an astonishing $135,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single quarter, one you could have received in change at a gas station, was sold for $135,000 in words. And the best part? There could still be more out there. This story is a powerful reminder that coins are more than just metal. They're history, art, and sometimes, if fate allows, treasure. The next time you get a quarter in your change, don't just toss it in a jar. Look closely. Check the date. Examine the surface. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. Your next trip to the store could lead to the discovery of a lifetime. Thanks for watching and joining us on this incredible journey through the story of the 1973 no mint mark Washington quarter. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins hiding in everyday places, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Who knows? The next great coin discovery might be sitting quietly in your very own pocket. Top 6. In the fast-paced rhythm of everyday life, we often overlook the small, seemingly insignificant things, like the spare change jingling in our pockets or resting at the bottom of a drawer. But what if one of those ordinary coins, one that millions of people have casually spent over the years, could actually be worth a staggering fortune? Believe it or not, that's exactly the case with a rare and fascinating piece of American currency, the 1974 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. A coin that, under the right conditions, has sold for an eye-popping $125,000. Yes, a coin originally worth just 25 cents, now commanding a value that could buy a luxury car, pay for a year of college, or cover a down payment on a home. But what gives this quarter its incredible value? What makes it so special? And how can you tell if you might be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand? Let's begin with the basic facts. The 1974 Washington quarter, like other quarters from this era, was minted during a time of economic change and coinage innovation. This specific coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, during that time, did not use a mint mark. That's why it appears blank. No letter D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, just the year 1974 beneath the bust of George Washington. This no mint mark version, while not inherently rare on its own, becomes highly collectible due to a few critical factors: its potential for unique errors, its condition, and the high level of demand from numismatists chasing the most exceptional examples of vintage U.S. coinage. From a design perspective, the 1974 quarter maintains the classic features we've come to expect. On the obverse, we see the dignified portrait of George Washington facing left, a design originally created by John Flanagan. Above his head reads the word Liberty. To the left is the American motto, "In God We Trust," and centered beneath the bust is the date, 1974. It's a timeless representation of America's founding legacy. Flip the coin over and the reverse reveals an American bald eagle with wings spread, perched atop a bundle of arrows, a symbol of defense and strength. Below the arrows lie two olive branches, signifying peace. Encircling the design are the words United States of America, the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, and the denomination quarter dollar. The artwork is elegant, balanced, and deeply patriotic, one of the reasons Washington quarters have remained a collector favorite for nearly a century. Now, here's where things become truly fascinating. While millions of these coins were produced and circulated widely across the United States, a small number of them contain rare and valuable minting errors. These include double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, strike-throughs, and die cracks, each of which adds unique character and rarity to the coin. The double die obverse, for instance, causes key elements like the word liberty or the date 1974 to appear twice, slightly overlapped. This doubling is not the result of wear or damage, but an actual flaw in the die used to mint the coin. It's highly sought after because it adds depth and mystery to the design, and only a small handful of coins exhibit this feature clearly enough to be deemed valuable. Similarly, off-center strikes, where the image is not properly aligned and part of the design is cut off, create an almost surreal appearance, as if the coin were frozen mid-production. These errors are extremely collectible, especially if the date remains visible and the misalignment is dramatic. But the biggest driver of high value in coins like the 1974 no mint mark quarter is condition. Most of these coins have spent decades in pockets, purses, car ashtrays, and cash registers. They've been scratched, worn, and dulled over time. But once in a while, a coin escapes circulation entirely, perhaps tucked away in a collection, or saved straight from a mint roll, and survives in flawless or near-flawless condition. Such coins are graded on the mint state, MS scale, which ranges from MS 60 to a perfect MS 70. A 1974 quarter graded MS 67, MS 68, or higher is exceedingly rare. Combine that grade with a dramatic error, and you have the perfect storm for a numismatic treasure. That's exactly what happened with one extraordinary 1974 Washington quarter. Discovered in pristine, untouched condition and featuring a sharply defined double die obverse, this particular coin stood out from the rest like a diamond in the rough. It was sent to a top-tier grading service and received a premium mint state grade, one of the highest ever awarded to a coin of this type. When it finally went to auction, collectors and investors alike understood its significance. This wasn't just a coin, it was a piece of history, a once-in-a-generation find. As bidding began, the numbers quickly rose. Enthusiasts battled for the honor of owning this rare beauty, each pushing the price higher and higher until, at last, the final hammer came down on a figure that left the coin world stunned. The final sale price of that incredible 1974 Washington quarter with no mint mark was $125,000 in words. It's a jaw-dropping figure, and yet it's real. A 25-cent coin transformed into a six-figure asset, all because of a perfect storm of rarity, preservation, and error. So, what does this mean for you? It means the next time you're handed a quarter, don't just toss it into a vending machine or ignore it on the sidewalk. Take a close look. Examine the date. Look for missing mint marks, odd shapes, doubled images, or misaligned edges. And most importantly, check the condition. If it looks sharp and uncirculated, it could be worth sending to a professional for grading. Because while most coins are made for spending, a rare few, like the 1974 Washington quarter, are made for discovering, treasuring, and turning into an incredible financial surprise. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into one of the most remarkable finds in American coin collecting. If you love stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you'll never miss another journey into the hidden wealth of U.S. coinage. You never know, your next great discovery might be hiding in plain sight. Top 7. Every once in a while, a seemingly ordinary coin makes headlines, turning the heads of collectors and casual observers alike. A coin that, by all appearances, looks like any other in your pocket, but upon closer examination, reveals a story of rarity, mystery, and incredible value. One such coin is the 1995 Washington quarter dollar, minted in Philadelphia and marked with the bold P mint mark. This silver-toned beauty, made from copper-nickel-clad copper, might seem common to most, but under the right circumstances, it has stunned the numismatic world by reaching an astonishing auction value of $65,000. Now, how could a coin worth just 25 cents rise to such a jaw-dropping price? What secrets lie beneath the surface of this small, round piece of American currency? The answer, as we'll explore today, lies in the perfect combination of rarity, condition, and minting error. A trio of qualities that have turned this 1995 quarter into one of the most surprising modern treasures ever found in U.S. coinage. Let's begin with the basics. The 1995 Washington quarter is part of the long-running series that began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Since then, his profile has become a staple of American coinage, etched into the hearts and history of a nation. The 1995 version, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, carries all the standard specifications of the modern quarter: a weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Its composition is a durable blend, copper-nickel clad over a solid copper core, giving it the familiar silver shine that glints in vending machines and cash registers across the country. On the obverse, the face of George Washington gazes confidently to the left, a symbol of leadership and legacy. Above his head, the word Liberty arches boldly, while In God We Trust anchors the left side. Just below his neckline, we see the date, 1995, and to the right, the letter P, denoting its origin at the Philadelphia Mint. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the traditional eagle design used for decades before the launch of the state quarters program in 1999. The bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutches arrows in its talons, with an olive branch resting below, a timeless emblem of America's strength and peace. Framing the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar. Millions of these coins were produced. In fact, over 1 billion Washington quarters were minted in 1995 across all U.S. mints. So, how does one coin rise above a billion others to become a numismatic legend? The answer begins with one of the most sought-after features in the world of coin collecting: minting errors. During the coin production process, mistakes can happen. Dies misalign, planchets shift, and foreign materials sometimes interfere. These anomalies are usually caught and destroyed, but once in a while, a flawed coin escapes the mint unnoticed, entering circulation as a hidden treasure. Among the most valuable errors found in the 1995 Washington quarter are double-die obverse errors, where inscriptions or parts of Washington's portrait appear doubled due to a misalignment in the die engraving process. These doubled letters can usually be spotted in the word Liberty, In God We Trust, or even the date itself. When this kind of doubling is bold and dramatic, it's considered a major error and skyrockets in value. Other examples include off-center strikes, where the image is visibly misaligned, or die cracks, where raised lines stretch across the coin's surface. There are also known strike-through errors, in which foreign debris interferes during minting, leaving unusual voids or impressions. These kinds of defects make a coin one of a kind, and in the collector's market, rarity is everything. But rarity alone isn't enough to justify a five-figure price tag. A second key factor is condition. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating coins that are closer to mint condition. Most 1995 quarters have been circulated for years and show signs of wear, scratches, dull surfaces, fading details, but some have survived untouched. These coins were either preserved in mint rolls, collected immediately after release, or stored under ideal conditions, maintaining their original luster and sharpness. A 1995 Washington quarter that features a dramatic error and earns a high mint state grade, typically MS 67 or higher, becomes a rare prize. Collectors compete intensely for these coins, driving prices to unexpected heights, and this is exactly what happened with one exceptional specimen. A 1995 P quarter, discovered to have a perfectly visible double-die obverse and graded in impressive MS 68 by a leading professional coin grading service, caused a stir in the auction world. Its brilliance, sharp details, and stunning error placed it in a league of its own. Collectors immediately recognized the opportunity. This wasn't just a coin, it was a showpiece, a talking point, a trophy. As bidding opened, anticipation built. Enthusiasts from across the country, and some even from overseas, placed their offers. With each passing minute, the price climbed higher and higher, surpassing expectations. When the gavel finally fell, the winning bid left the room in awe. The final price for this rare and extraordinary 1995 P Washington quarter: $65,000. In words. A jaw-dropping outcome for a coin most would overlook, yet a perfect example of how something small and seemingly common can hold immense value. If you know what to look for. So what can you do now? Start by checking your change. Take a closer look at the coins you get back at the store, the quarters in your car's console, or that old jar of coins you've been meaning to sort through. Examine any 1995 Washington quarters you find, especially those with the P mint mark. Look closely at the lettering, the date, and Washington's profile for signs of doubling. Use a magnifying glass if needed. And most importantly, if you think you've found something special, have it evaluated by a reputable grading service. because the next rare treasure could be hiding right in your hands. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey into one of the most fascinating finds in modern U.S. coinage. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories and numismatic discoveries. You never know, your next quarter might just be worth a fortune.